PCR211, and we're taking types of education. Now, we have the types of education, as we have spoken about what it means by education before now. Okay, and we are going to be talking about the types of education. So we are going to be focusing on the formal and informal, all right, type of education. I'm going to be expanding on what it means by the formal education. We're also going to be talking about what it means by the informal education. Okay, now let's talk about these. All right, let's go straight into it. So we have just a moment. Just a moment. Now we have numerous definitions of education exist. Very true. For most people, education means learning knowledge, all right, skills, and sometimes attitude. Speaking about itself, what it means by education itself, all right. We've been told now that there are numerous definitions about the term education. Okay, and it says here that most people, all right, for most people, education means learning, knowledge, skills, and sometimes attitude. Now, the most important of these is learning how to learn. All right, education, learning how to learn. Note that. Okay, learning means deciding about your own lifestyle. It is what it is. Now, having known this, then what is teaching? If you need to learn, somebody must teach you. All right, you need to be taught. Now, say teaching, it does not constitute learning. Similarly, passive listening does not constitute learning. Now, the reason why learners must decide to, all right, incorporate knowledge, skills, or attitude that is learned into their own set of values and behavior. Otherwise, all right, learning will be, all right, of no meaning. All right, learning will be useless. Are we together? All right, it is not good to learn. Okay, it is not good. Okay, if you learn and you do not incorporate, all right, the word is incorporate. If you not incorporate the knowledge, are we together? If you not incorporate the knowledge, the skill or attitude that is learned into, all right, I think it was an Edu 121 thereabout. It says that the effect learning becomes successful if there is change in behavior. Simple and straight. If there are no changes in behavior, then learning has not taken place. Because what allows, what prompts the changes in behavior is when you begin to implement. Then it is said that he has learned. It is said that he is educated. He said that he is a master of this skill. He said that he is specialization. That is specialization. Why? Because he behaved in a certain way, in a pattern way. Now, it says here that some learning are planned and intended, while some are accidental. Planned and intended or intentional. All right, while some are accidental. Okay, most people assume that education and schooling are interchangeable terms. Education and schooling. Definitely, these are two different things. All right. School can be referred to as an entity. Education is a all right. Education is a term, is an act. All right. Now, but let's do straight into let's do dive into it. Now, many people also seem to feel that any education that happens outside the formal school setting is somehow inferior, usually dubious and uncertain. All right, usually dubious and certainly uncontrolled, like that which are we together, like that which obtained in the formal classroom or the lab setting. All right. Now, it can be described as an institution that sets, all right, instructions. Okay. School, speaking about school now, you know, a comparison was made just now that education within the four walls of a classroom and that happens outside. All right. It is said that education outside the school setting is somehow inferior. All right. Outside the school setting is inferior. Some persons believe that anything a child learns outside the school setting is inferior. That is their belief. Okay. So now let's talk about the school itself, whereby we have teachers. All right. Teachers train and they educate. Quite all right. Now, when we say a school, all right. Now, formal kind of learning, it's said to be an institution that sets, all right, instructions. It's said to be an institution where set of instructions are what? Are given in a specific you know, an institution, all right, where set of instructions, of instructions, sets of instructions are given in a specific field, are given in a specific field. Are we together? Now, it is an educational environment also where pupils learn from teachers and various topics based on writing, reading, calculating, and other fundamental, all right? And all these are basically fundamental to learning, all right? We can refer to this as a school, all right? A school. So when we now say formal education, it's very close to what I'm talking about. Formal education, okay, like we all know, is properly associated with school, all right? Formal education, that is FE, all right, properly associated with school. You know what the school is? We discussed that just a minute ago. Formal education is usual, all right, usually involves an evaluation or assessment of people's acquired knowledge. I love this definition. Meaning that formal education is nothing more than the assessing what you have been taught over the year or over the time, over some period of time, all what you have been taught, nothing outside that. Everything you have learned in the school according to the curriculum. Are we seeing how limited this is kind of like I usually say, all right, on this channel, we don't instigate violence, all right, we don't promote rebellious acts. We are only here to educate, all right, and inform. So please, what we are doing here is nothing more than educating and informing. Please note that. So according to the material, it says that formal education usually involves the an evaluation or assessment. Evaluation and assessment. Please, let's not smash the like button if you are yet to do that. And if you are new to the stream, also please smash the subscribe button. Subscribe to our channel. And there's this thing we are doing currently. All right, we are encouraging our members to viewers to please get our membership badge. All right, get our membership perks. Right, we have at least we have in different prices. All right, you'll be surprised that the least one we have is very affordable. Something we even use getting things done in a day or even more. So please just go to our homepage. You find the join button. Then you can make payments with your card. It's a very simple thing. Just do it to get our membership and way of supporting the channel. Thank you very much. So let's go back straight into it. Okay, so that is that on the formal education. Okay, and we have non-formal. Non-formal is not the opposite of formal education. Please note that. All right, there are just similarities between them. Formal education that we have said is targeted at evaluating, all right, and assessment of what you have been taught, a child's knowledge or pupil's knowledge, acquired knowledge or competence, all right, resulting in the certification. There's a certificate. After you have been tested, you have been evaluated, and there has been an assessment of the acquired knowledge of the pupils, then there's a certification. But it's a different thing when it comes to the non-formal education, which I believe is more like the senior brother formal education. Okay? Non-formal education is more learner-centered. Okay? In most formal education. Okay? It tends to emphasize a curriculum with options, all right, choices, rather than the prescribed sequential curriculum which the formal education does. In informal education, human relationships are more informal because the roles of teachers and students are less rigid compared to the formal. Sometimes switch unlike what obtains in school, where student teacher to teacher administrator role in hierarchical and adjunct in a short time. So what I'm trying to say is that the informal education, right, deals with everyday experiences which are not planned or organized. Takes us back to this. Everyday experiences which are not planned or organized. So we have that as that. So in our next class, we're talking about learning theories of education. Okay? We're talking about learning theories of education. So thank you very much, everyone. And if you do get something in this class, please let's keep our notes up to date and send them to the appropriate colleagues. One way we get to use it is one way we get to measure our progress as a member of class. If you're here to become a member of a private class, go to our official website today, www.star.net, where you get the WhatsApp button top right corner, smash it to the edit to internet message and can access the private class. Having completed the requirements. With this being said, call it out today and look for some success to us. Bye for now.